When DC police stop a person, the vast majority of the time, it will be a person of color. The ACLU has this new report out. It shows 70% of the people that officers stop and frisk are black. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live in the studio. And Daniel, what are people saying about this disparity?
Well, Susan, a lot of people I talked with in Southeast D.C. are not surprised by the report saying there is bias in policing. D.C. police, on the other hand, say the ACLU is misinterpreting some of the data. In a new report called Bias at the Core, the American Civil Liberties Union says black people are being stopped at disproportionate rates by D.C. police.
I'm hoping that they can do something about it, but to tell you the truth, I'm not too hopeful.
Though black people made up just about 44% of D.C.'s population in 2022 and 2023, the ACLU says they comprised about 70% of stop and frisks. The practice allows officers to briefly detain individuals suspected of engaging in criminal activity on the spot and without a warrant.
If they're going around and they're just randomly choosing black people, I mean, that's wrong. But however, there has to be a stop to what's going on.
The report argues the racial disparities are consistent with racial bias and that it can be traumatic to black and brown communities and erode trust in the criminal justice system. Data shows in 2022 and 2023, there were about 68,000 stops each. In 2022, only 0.9% of stops resulted in the seizure of a gun, and 2023, only 1.2%.
Point something thing after all them thousands of people, I don't think the stop and frisk thing is I've never thought of that would be worth doing.
D.C. police says the ACLU is giving the wrong impression that nearly 69,000 stops in 2023 were stop and frisks. NPD says only about 4,400, less than 7%, included a protective pat-down or frisk, adding the stops had a clear purpose, with almost 4 of every 5 stops resulting in enforcement, 58% resulting in a ticket, and 23% in an arrest. NPD says it's, quote, committed to fair, professional, and constitutional policing in all aspects of its work as it strives to safeguard people and property in the District of Columbia. In the studio, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.